At the meantime, it achieves 0 to 100 in 3.7 seconds. You can personalize so many things about the driving part. Hey guys, this is Jay, welcome to the channel. Today we are driving the Smart #3. First thing, let's look at the exterior and let's talk about the Smart. So the Smart brand is finally back in New Zealand. Last few weeks, we've driven the Smart #1. It's a compact size SUV on the market. It's a little bit round shape and it starts at a lower price compared to the #3. So what is the #3? It is more like SUV, coupe or wagon crossover shape. It is very unique and at the same time it is very different from any other cars on the market. It does have a very nice sloping roof lines at the back. At the same time, the wheelbase is quite long compared to the standard SUV. At the meantime, it's not that a huge vehicle in terms of dimensions, everything. First thing, pricing for the Smart #3 starts at $69,990 plus ORC in New Zealand market. Today we're driving the top spec Brabus, which will have a price tag at $84,990 plus ORC. It is a not cheap vehicle, but at the same time, they have very good amount of premium features, and this car offers huge performance compared to the price tag. This has a all-wheel drive dual motor compared to all the other Smart vehicles. At the meantime, it achieves 0 to 100 in 3.7 seconds. That's fast, of course, for anyone's standards. Now from the exterior, the vehicle is 4.4 meters long with a wheelbase at 2.78 meters long. So it is a mid to small compact size SUV or crossover, whatever you want to call it. The ground clearance is definitely like a medium sized SUV, but the shape looks somewhere around the wagon and things like that. Now on this #Brabus, we are getting 20-inch alloys and big calipers and red brake calipers as well. And the running through tail light looks really cool. There's a big Smart logo in the center, #3 on the left, and then Brabus on the left bottom. The vehicle will have black trims all over the places, but at the same time, they will have all the red lights all over the places. That shows this is a proper Smart Brabus vehicle. On the top, a beautiful spoiler, again wrapped with the red stitchings and red lines, everything. On the right, there's another Brabus logo, underneath, red lines again. There's a lot of black trims over here, black trims on top. There is a full glass roof on the top as well. Black rear mirror covers over here, and the Smart logo is just over there. Now at the front, the Premium, which is the mid-spec rear-wheel drive, and the Brabus, both will have the full Cyber Sparks LED. That's the name Smart gave this LED. This is a full matrix headlight. They look very cool in the nighttime. Of course, it's got auto high beam and auto high beam assist, as you wish. Running through light bars, they don't lit up at the daytime. The daytime running is just these lights over here, but they do lit up at night. Again, that looks quite cool. Smart logo on the top, small gap over here. I don't think it does anything functionally. Underneath, black air intake and red trims again. So from the design language, some of the part looks quite close to a Mercedes modern vehicle. You can see the roof lines at the back, kind of reminds you of somehow a Mercedes CLA or CLS, whatever you want to call it. The rear taillight looks again quite close to a Mercedes newer vehicle as well. Mercedes Group and Geely Group shares kind of 50-50 on this vehicle brand. So you can see all the design language plus all the features that's available on this vehicle. Now let's look in the boot. So the boot opens from the A button over here. Press it in. There we go. That goes up. There is also a sweeping, closing and opening for this Brabus spec. In the boot, it is not huge. It is only rated to be 260 liters. So in comparison, that's like a Suzuki Swift size. But do not worry, you've got plenty of storage underneath. So fold this up, you can have additional storage underneath, plus charging cables, a small tunnel over here. That means this should be rated for around minimum 380 to 400 liters combined with the volume it gives you underneath. But on the brochure, it only says 260 to be exact. The seats can be dropped off 60-40 split, which is fairly simple. Press this, there we go. Now, there is a small Frunk for this vehicle. Let's get to the front first. So double pull on the lever, we have the bonnet. Under the bonnet, this is the Frunk. I'm not sure about the liter, but it is fairly small. The tire mobility kit would take up pretty much 60% of the space. It is small, but still, it's relatively useful. Now, another thing from the outside is the flush door looking door handles. So when you pull that opens up like this. If you have the key with you, when you approach, this will come out. When you leave, this will lock if you have set it up on the driver setting. Alternatively, you can press this to lock and press this to unlock when you approach and leave the vehicle. Now let's get to the back. There is frameless glass on the side, which is really cool. Only thing, annoying thing, for the back seats, it doesn't drop all the way flush, but for the front seats, you can have the glass all the way. The opening is fairly wide, the sloping roofline is a little bit low at the back end, so if you're moving a baby seats inside and outside, you can catch this easily, but that's pretty much that. Now, let's step inside. That's plenty of space. This has been set to my driving position. I'm about 178 centimeters tall. I've got great amount of legroom, great amount of foot space. You can feel the foot space is a little bit raised, but it's still got plenty. That's really good. Door opening feels really wide. There is cup holder and armrest in the center, pockets over here, everything's at the back, plus the surround ambient lights. That's also cool. Type-C and USB-A charging is also available. Sitting at the back feels pretty spacious. The seats are a little bit on the firm side since this is considered to be the Brabus, the sports version. It's not as comfy as the premium spec, if you ask me about that. But overall, I wouldn't complain if you're sitting in the back with someone else in the center. Now on the top, this is the glass roof I mentioned. There is no cover or electric sunshade at all. So it's going to be quite hot in summer in New Zealand and Australia weathers. As owner, what you want to do is probably get a sunshade cover from aftermarket or genuine products online. Anyway, close the door. It's quite premium actually. Sounds solid, that's not bad. The material over here is plastic, some covers for the door bends and for the speakers. On the top, they are soft leather finish with red stitchings again. I'll jump out and show you the seats again. The seats have some smart logo over here with some buttons on the side, red seatbelt again, plus red stitchings, makes the car feels really cool. There's sweet finish over here, leather finish on the side. Now let's step into the driver side. First thing, electric seats are available on the driver and passenger side. The premium spec and the Pro Plus spec will get heated leather, where this one will get sweet leather plus heated and cooling function on the driver and the passenger side at front. Red seat belt is still available since, again, this is the Brabus. Many red color accents around the vehicle. Red stitchings are on the doors again. So let's step inside. Alright, this is what it looks like. Steering feels chunky, it's got a round shape over it, and Brabus logo underneath, smart logo on the top. Some direct buttons over here to control many things. Let's switch on the auto lights. The gear shifter is behind the steering on the right, the indicator and windscreen wiper is on the left. In front of us, that's a 9.2-inch display dashboard. It's got music or trip information on the right, driving information in the center, speedo and everything on the left. I also have a black panel underneath that will show some of the parkings, seatbelt, and things like that. On top of that, we have the head-up display at a 10-inch display. It's very clear, it reads out things really easily. It will show your driving assistance and things like that. That's really cool. So that's about the dashboard. Now moving to the center, this is a 12.8-inch display. It looks bigger than 12.8 inch suggests, I think, because the black surrounds around it. It feels like a bigger screen in many ways. There's navigation settings. There's also cool things that you can do: entertainment mode, eco mode, and even other things like energize mode, rest mode, pet mode, everything like that. The coolest thing is about the driver setup. So if you go into the vehicle, go into the quick control, get under the driver setup, you can pretty much preset all these things whether you like it or not like it. For example, I want the lane assist and emergency lane assist, automatic speed adjustment to be completely off. That means when I start the vehicle, all I need to do is just swipe down and click activate. Everything is all done, is all set. So there's no other beepings and things and warnings like that. So that's really cool. Anyway, you do get Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, that's wireless, and also 360 view camera. You can do assisted parking, that's also available. And what's other things? Navigation, that's on-time traffic as well. So you do get a lot of information that's available on the screen. There will be OTA updates. There will be internet connection with this particular screen. Along with that, you do also have the smart app that will allow you to see the vehicle location and things like that. Again, that's pretty much all the information and all functions you really need. Overall settings, it's snappy. You can see the button reaction. It's all fast, and it's faster than what you really need. There are many settings about the vehicle, about the driving assistance you can set up. On top of the right, you can also do quite a few things. You can do many things that's available on the screen. So yeah, there's a lot of personalization you can do, and this is a cool screen actually. I quite enjoy this screen. Underneath, they are not direct buttons, but they are just touch sensitive functions. You can do comfort, sport, Brabus mode. Click here, you can have access to some quick adjustments for your driving settings. Over here, that's available for your air conditioning system, but you do get voice commands if you do not want to tap any buttons. Heated seats, cooling seats, heated steering are available on the Brabus model. Then keep going down, these are the air vents. They are quite cool. Again, with the circle, with the ambient lightings, you can change many colors. Cover it up, just a small cover, but open it up, wireless phone charging, USB-C charging, or resting pad, whatever you want to call it. Small storage over here, a bigger cup holder and smaller cup holder are available. Otherwise, you can also cover it up. Now, moving down, you got armrest, underneath air vents, deep storage, and a charging card pad over there. Pressing this, reasonable storage actually, not bad storage. Underneath, there's a big storage tunnel again with a 12 socket. What I love, the material around here, there's resting pads on your knees, is really soft. They're not hard at all. And then over here, some trims again, and ambient lightings on the top. You can change difference of the theme ambient lighting. That means on here can be green or yellow. These here can be red and blue. On the top can be different colors. That's the cool part of it. That's the cool part. We're driving just before the night time, so we can show you all the lights as well. Before we get on the road, let's quickly go through the visibility on this vehicle. Side mirrors are okay. Here there's a small gap, so no issue at all. In the front, it's relatively easy to see through your bonnet. Over here, the gap is a little bit small, but you can still see something coming from your giveaway and things like that. Over here, that's easy, but at the back is okay. Only thing is the rear windscreen. The rear windscreen is a little bit slim. That means visibility isn't the best at the back. All right, let's get on the road. Battery size, this is powered by a 66 kWh battery, NMC pack. So recommended to keep it at about 80% for daily charge. Charging speed for the vehicle, AC goes up to 22 kilowatts on the 3-phase charging, which is actually insane for the vehicle size and battery. And DC goes around 150 kilowatts on the fast CCS charging. That means from 10 to 80%, it could be as fast as just under 30 minutes. That's fairly impressive. Now, driving around the town, this car has plenty of power to offer. As we said, it's dual motor, front and rear, so all-wheel drive. That means you are getting a whopping 315 kilowatts of power and 543 Newton meters of torque. The acceleration from 0 to 100 is rated at 3.7 seconds. The WLTP range for this vehicle is 425 kilometers, where on the standard, premium or Pro Plus, the range goes up to 455 kilometers. The reason being, they are rear-wheel drive, so less power consumption, which is again understandable. At low speed, the vehicle feels really easy to drive. There's definitely no shortage of power and all that things. There is a few regenerative braking levels you can change from low, medium to high. There's also available in the one pedal driving mode. The vehicle will also give you different steering assist mode from light to heavy and even auto. Where driving mode, there are 4 available as well. So Eco, Comfort, and Sport, plus Brabus, which is the sportiest mode. The Brabus model will also have a rocket launch mode. You can do launch control if you want to. Not only that, the vehicle also allows you to change the acceleration artificial sound in the vehicle setting, which is under the vehicle, under the general, and then there is a virtual engine sound. Right now we are on Smart Original, but you have 3 others to select. That means while you are driving this vehicle, you can personalize so many things about the driving part, on the acceleration pedal, on the steering, on the regenerative braking, and even on the virtual engine sound. Now we are driving comfort mode, so it's relatively comfy, but if you're going on through any bumps or potholes or anything like that, the vehicle can have some shakes and they are quite firm. This is going to be firmer than standard premium rear-wheel drive version, as this is the sports suspension, of course. I'm not sure if the microphone can capture the engine sound, but hopefully we'll be able to do. Also, another thing, under comfort, the engine sound is quite gentle, but once you go into Brabus sports mode, the engine sound is very loud actually. And handling on this vehicle is really good due to its sports suspension and quite firm setup on the driving part. It is firm to a really good level. It's not losing much of a comfort, but at the same time, it goes around the corner easily. It kind of has a long wheelbase than the hashtag one, so that sort of gets the car stay on the ground fairly well. Propulsion on it is very easy to control. It's not a hard car to control the suspension and the steering at all. Yeah, at a low speed, it just feels like the pedal is trying to get more power, get more than what I'm doing right now, and it's so easy to go over the speed limit around this area or around pretty much any area, I'll be honest with you. And it's still fairly quiet even on the Brabus mode in terms of the motor noise. If you do not have anything on the virtual engine noise, this is still really comfy, really soft, really easy around corners. Yeah, going through the bumps are still easy, it's not bad at all. You'd expect the car to go like that way. It's not going to be super bouncy and on you. Right, let's head back to the motorway so we can try the, let's say, sport mode and see how the vehicle performs on the motorway. Alright, let's see if we can do some sort of acceleration over here. We have no one behind us. Let's go from the lower speed, 20, 1, 2, 3. Whoa, that's really fast. Whew. That was easy to reach 100 or even 108, I think it was flashing in front of me. I do apologize. It's definitely hard to control the last second of its acceleration. The brake was also very responsive. The brake is maybe a little bit on the touchy side at sometimes lower speed, but that was fast. Whew. Alright, I'll let the regenerative braking to take the vehicle to 80 and we're gonna boost 1, 2, 3. You can see the numbers going up a little bit too fast than I wish. And yeah, that's just fast. And right now we're on motorway. So we do have the engine noise, and let's turn that to something else so I can show you how they sound. The Interstellar is probably one of the coolest, and it's kind of gives you that electrical sound, but artificial at the same time. And there's no one behind me. I'm gonna safely go slow to 70, 1, 2, 3. Haha, that's cool. I love that. It just boom, that noise coming from the center of the car and just boom into your ear. That's really cool. I think Explorer wasn't. Yeah, it's also again very strong. Classical, it's kind of the booming sound, like I don't know, aftermarket exhaust or something. Let's try 1, 2, 3. Phew. Again, let's just pedals response is insane on the electric cars, and this one is no exception. It is just way too touchy. Whoa. Okay, I'm gonna avoid losing my license in places like this, so let's just be, you know, fair and be gentle. Yeah, on the classic, it's the warm sound is into your ears, and yeah, it's not, I don't like it. I like the Smart original, but if you want really cool, you can do Interstellar, and that's the cool part of this. It's so funny, but at the same time, it's really cool. Imagine you're driving this for the weekends and you want to have fun. You can change to all these things and give it a try on the motorway, give it a try around the corners and things. That's what they designed this Brabus to be, and that's the cool part of it. 1, 2, 3. You know, it's just always fun. It just puts a big smile on your face. I don't think you can hear the sound from the outside, which is actually okay. It's not annoying for other people, but yourself in the car can definitely enjoy this. Wow, it's jump out the line way too fast. At relatively low speed, if you turn the indicator, the 360 view camera is also going to have a small display on part of this dashboard, so you can actually see what's around you. For example, right now, if we're below 30, there we go, you can see that. Again, that's quite cool. It's very satisfying. You can actually see that 360 assisting you at around the corner. We're gonna do a stop-start traffic over here. Again, not stop-start, just acceleration from 1 to 3. Oh my god, what was that? Wow, it's got really good handling. I have to give credit to that. The vehicle is definitely not losing control when I'm trying to accelerate, and that was just an insane acceleration. Wow, it is fast. Phew. It's a little bit too fast for my liking, I'll be honest with you. I personally would not need that sort of power in my daily life, but at the same time, I do appreciate whoever is going to give that power to the car and for people to enjoy the acceleration at the same time. And that's the cool part of the Brabus. It's cool, it drives really well. It's a beautiful driving machine in many ways. It may not have the best range, it may not represent the best value vehicle on the market, but at the same time, it is one of the coolest EV you can buy on the market right now. I think that kind of sums up what we really like about the Smart #3 Brabus. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you do, do not forget to subscribe, like. That's the best way to support the channel. As always, I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much.